Oh my goodness, I'm James IZ, and of course, a couple days ago, Mo1stKritical, Penguin Zero, Charley had debated Sneako live on Sneako's Rumble channel, and I did watch this debate live, and it was sort of a mess. It was a mess. No. It was a complete mess because Sneako actually caught a Mo1stKritical, contradicting himself, right? So this all started when the whole Ava Chris Tyson situation was going on, and Mo1stKritical had finally made his video and dropped it. He spent the first half talking about the Ava Chris Tyson and then he spent the other half talking about Sneako and on how Sneako was calling out these other these other big content creators on Twitter for not speaking about the Ava Chris Tyson situation, when it's not like people were gonna talk about it once everything is over, you know what I mean, and go through all the information and not just speak on the stuff that's just coming out. It's literally just happened in the middle of it, so it would make sense for Charley to wait a couple days once everything settled down to make his video on it. But okay, Sneako does kind of have a point of where I do believe that there's some content creators out there who never even spoke on it to begin with, because either they're afraid of the LGBTQ people or the alphabet community coming after them on Twitter, or they don't want to lose their friendship with Mr. Beast, or they don't want to get left out of any of his videos when the time comes for it. I do believe there's certain people out there who are ducking the okay, why is Brock Lesnar trending right now on Twitter? I don't know. He might return at SummerSlam. You don't know what I'm talking about. You're here for Charley and Sneako. Okay, so, oh yeah, and the reason that they're debating it's because Sneako, he was piling on Ava Chris Tyson when all of his allegations were coming out, but then Charley was saying that Sneako was kind of a hypocrite because Sneako is, defending the fact that we should lower the age of consent of marriage or sex, which I mean that's probably the same type of beliefs that Ava Chris Tyson has, Sneako, but okay, sure.
I'm talking about your personal beliefs. Do you think someone in their 20s should be able to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
To someone in their 20s should be, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it. I don't know many people who would do it. The maturity for people and the teenagers in the West is getting much worse, but there are...
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. do you think it is okay for... I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore. Anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved?
Well,
why would I tell them if everybody's consenting, if everybody's okay with it, if the parents are okay with it, if nobody's being harmed, if it's going to be okay, if they're both abiding by the rules and they're not hurting each other, why not?
But they're still, they're at best a sophomore in high school. They can't consent to something like that. Do you...
Okay, so just remember what Charley said there, is that they're still a child, basically, and they're still a sophomore in high school, and even if both parties are still consenting, the parents are okay with it, it still shouldn't be allowed and or legal and or morally right for a 15-year-old girl to marry a 21-year-old man. Vice versa, same thing with a 20-year-old woman marrying a 15-year-old boy. No, that shouldn't be allowed, and I totally agree with that, Charley. But then he goes on to say this.
Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting.
See, look, it's Sneako still didn't really win the debate because what he's arguing for, it's just no, Sneako, no, just no, stop arguing about it too. I don't care about arguing with you either, just fuck you. But yeah, he's contradicting himself. He did. He really did just contradict himself. So it's not okay to get married at 13 or 15 years old, but it's okay to take hormone blockers and stop yourself from going puberty and snip your dick and balls off if your parents are okay with that. I'm sorry, Charley, but you won. No, don't take me out of context, motherfucker. He lost. No, I said that by accident. Fuck. Don't take me out of context, bitch. Okay, let's just continue the clip, honestly, because no.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make. Yeah.
Dude.
Okay.
No.
So, a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change...
both of their arguments just lose, honestly. Like this whole debate is stupid. No, the age of consent should be 18 or older, and like you should only be able to marry once you turn 18 into technically an adult, right? Same thing about going through changing up your biology to become the opposite gender, to become a transgender person. It should be 18 and plus, not for any sort of child, bro. I don't care what anyone says. No, this is
change their biology forever, but they can't get married.
Oh, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So, no. But it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding. Because there's take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moy says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe.
Yeah.
This is messy. This is just messy, bro. They went from flexing guns and clips, going back and forth on YouTube, to debating about this stupid shit and contradicting themselves. I don't know, whatever the fuck. Yeah, and then like this Sneako dick riding account on Twitter, whoever this person is, they clipped it, you know, like the ending of Charley's stream that same day, and like they took Charley completely out of context to make him look bad, because I mean, this is the clip here.
Therapy, you can go through the process of making that decision. I thought that's what it was. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole with the dick cutting off shit. I thought that's what we were talking about. And then if you decide that's the path you want to take, it is your body. You can do that. You can make that decision once you become of age to make a decision like that. I just don't understand how it got so muddled. Half of the fucking conversation was hyperbole, and apparently that one was literal. Or it's a very malicious attack on what I'm trying to say, or a misunderstanding. I don't know. But I think I'm just going to call it there. Alright. Take it easy. Have a good night. See ya.
They took this clip completely out of context, right? And they even edited the footage to make it seem like he just rage quitted his stream when, well, no, because it got community noted, because the clip is cut at 31 seconds into the video where time advances by 10 minutes. This is not an abrupt end. You can see the cut by the time on his computer and like his hair position changing. So it got community noted and fact check that this Sneako Updates fella had edited this clip here just to make Charley look bad, like you know, just like a complete piece of whatever. But whatever. Okay, Sneako didn't truly win that debate there. His whole argument is just like that in and of itself just makes him lose the entire debate, honestly, because he's but like he did make Charley contradict himself, you know, right there or something. But yeah, man, that's basically it right there. I'd say about like next week there's gonna be something new right here, and we're all gonna forget about this anyway. So you know, like this shit happened like a couple days ago and nobody seems to care. That's it right here. This is my video right here. Share it, like it, subscribe it, share it with your friends, your family. Like the channel and subscribe on the video. I'll see you later.